once again. My name is Pankaj and you are watching your favorite YouTube channel Engineering with Punks. We are going to discuss about the solid modeling and drafting. Our today's topic is product life cycle. After watching this video, you are come to know what is product life cycle and what are the different phases of product life cycle. So basically, a new product progresses through a sequence of stages from its introduction to growth to maturity and decline. This sequence of product is known as product life cycle. In simple words, every product has to undergo through introduction, then its growth, then maturity, then declination. So we can say in simple language, product life cycle is the journey of the product from its birth to its death. So now let us understand the product life cycle. So basically product life cycle is the combination of four phases, that is introduction, from introduction to growth, growth to maturity, maturity to declination. Again after declination, introduction to new product is taking place. So this is the cycle of the product life. So let us understand this product life cycle by one example. Take an example of iPhone. So now iPhone 11 Pro is the latest version of the iPhone. So that is the introduction phase of the iPhone. In the introduction phase, the company is majorly concentrating on the branding of the mobile or latest features which are available in the latest version of the mobile. So it is under the introduction phase. That means it doesn't cover the large number of customers in the market. Second stage is growth. So if you take the example of iPhone, then iPhone X is in the growth stage. In the growth stage means what? Few customers has the iPhone X in their hand. So in the growth stage, the sale of the product is increased from the introduction phase. After growth, there is the maturity. In the maturity section, majority of the customers are using the latest version or the available version of the iPhone. So you can say iPhone 7 or iPhone 6s or iPhone 8. These are the under the maturity phase. That means the company is taking the maximum profit from this product. So if the company has maximum profit from this product, then that product comes under the maturity condition. Then declination. Declination is the phase in which the product is outdated or the latest versions are available in another brands. So we have to discontinue the product in the decline phase. So you can say iPhone 5s, iPhone 4s are in the declination stage. So latest version is under the introduction phase. From the intermediate versions, company has committed the maximum amount of profit, so that profit stage is under the maturity stage. So this is the cycle of the product which is taking place. That means a new product is launched in the market, then that project or that product goes in the growth stage. After growth, majority of customers are using that product, so that means that is the maturity stage. And after one limit, that product is getting outdated, or if you don't upgrade the product, then you have to face the declination of product. For example, the Nokia features or Nokia mobiles are in the declination phase because they don't adopt the new operating system, they don't adopt the new concept or new features which are available in the another brands. So that's why Nokia is in the declination phase. Now let us understand all this concept by using a graph. Suppose we have plot the graph of sales of product against the time. So initially your sale is less in the introduction phase because very less customers are aware about your product. So you have to do marketing in this phase. You have to promote your product in this phase. You have to concentrate on your quality of the product in the introduction phase. After introduction, once the product is getting advertised or once the product is get familiar with the customer, then the sale of product is getting started in the growth phase. So in the growth phase, you have to concentrate on the product quality as well as distribution of the product. So your product should be easily available in the market so that the customers can buy it. So availability of the product is vital issue in case of growth stage. Again, in the maturity stage, after getting the product in the growth stage, majority of customers are aware about your product. Majority of customers are using your product. So this is the maturity stage. In the maturity stage, the profit is maximum. You can consider in the maturity stage that majority of customers are used to with your product. So this is the phase which is required for every product. This is the desire phase required for every product. Then after certain limit, if you don't upgrade your product, then you have to face the declination phase. In the declination phase, the sales is getting reduced, hence you are in the loss. So after one limit, you have to discontinue your product and launch the new product. So declination phase is the indicator in which you can say when you have to launch the new product or when you have to launch the new version or new feature of the product in your customized product, so that this graph can change from negative slope to the positive slope. So this is the graph for the product life cycle, which is different for each type of product. It depends on which type of product you are manufacturing. For example, for the electronic gadgets, the product life cycle is for the 2 to 3 years only. But if you are considering the product which is used in the daily life, for example, take an example of toothpaste, or you can say take an example of Colgate. So product life cycle of the Colgate is up to the maturity stage. There is no declination phase for the Colgate manufacturer because majority of customers are using the Colgate. So this product life cycle of the Colgate is up to the maturity stage. It is not up to the declination stage. So the product life curve is dependent on every product, how the product is utilized or what is the purpose of the product. So now if you consider the simple example available in the nature, so product start from the seed of the plant, then this is the introduction, then plant is getting growth. So in the maturity stage you are getting the fruit from the plant, so that is the maximum profit. And in the declination phase you have to face the maximum loss, or you cannot get the desired fruit from the product. So this is the product life cycle. Now let us understand what is the effect of product life curve on the profit of the object or profit of the product. So initially when the product is under development, so there is a positive time axis but negative sale. Negative sale means there is less number of product we have manufacturing, or there is only a concept of product in our mind. Actual sales start from the introduction phase. So introduction phase you have to initially invest some money, so that's why there is a negative curve for the profit. After the growth, the profit curve is getting positive slope. That means in the growth of the sale you are actually getting the profit. In the maturity phase you are actually getting the maximum profit, and in the declination phase you are getting the minimum profit. So our desired phase for the product is its growth to its maturity. every product should lies in between growth to maturity phase to get the maximum profit. Now there is a concept of marketing mix. So 4 P's are important for the marketing mix. 4 P's are product, price, place and promotions. These 4 P's plays vital role in the product life cycle. So now for the each phase we consider these 4 P's. So first is introduction. For the introduction, you have to more concentrate on the product quality and promotions. In the growth phase, you have manufactured the product. Now you have to promote your product and sell your product. You have to provide your product to maximum number of customers. The availability you have to do for the maximum number of customers. So that's why in growth stage, you have to concentrate on quality as well as distribution of the product, as well as appropriate pricing of the product and the promotion of the product. Maximum cost is for the promotion of the product in the growth phase. In third stage, that is the maturity. In maturity stage, your product is now settled in the market. You have to concentrate on the profit, that is pricing and distribution of the product. In decline phase, as you are getting less profit, so you have to concentrate on the promotion. So promotion can be in terms of discounts. You have to provide discount for the product. So as you know, when the old version of the mobiles are not in market, then they provide the maximum number of discounts. They provide the maximum percentage of discount for the last phase of the mobile to increase the sale. So this is the strategy adopted by the various companies of discounting the product in their declination phase. So these are the 4 P's important for the marketing of the product. So now significance of the PLM, product life cycle management. The management which deals with the product life cycle. So product life cycle provides us the appropriate action which I have to take to increase the sale, to increase the profit and to decrease the loss. The poorly defined product development processes makes it difficult to see what's happening. So that's why we have to use PLM. So by using the PLM, you can come to know where you have to stop the manufacturing of the product and when you have to start the new product. So for the every product, the life cycle of the product is for the desired life cycle of the product is more, but due to some conditions, the product life cycle may vary. So the PLM deals with the to increase the maximum product life cycle. So main purpose of PLM is to increase the product life cycle. So this is all about PLM. Thank you.